How we doing? What is up, fam? So everybody who's asking, it's already full. The server fills up in about 2 minutes, unfortunately. But thank you for tuning in. I'm Ben. Welcome back to another Assetto Corsa live stream session. We do this every Friday at this time, starting here on YouTube, and then in about an hour and a half, we're going to go live on twitch.tv/KameTrick with a map change and continue the good times. What is up, Shift the God? Good to see you. We got Brad, we got Mocked, one of the mods in the Discord. Yakiniku, what is up? Lumnexer as well. Can I use a Miata S14 or Altezza? I can try to use an Altezza maybe later, or sorry, an S14. I don't think I have any Miatas in the stream tonight though. I'm going to be starting out in a JZX100, big Toyota 4-door 2JZ, a little something different, as you guys who are regulars know. I do quite a lot of driving in the shucks, S13 Coupe from World Drift Tour Street. So we're doing something a little different here, and we are going to be at Meihan. I'll show you the map real quick. It's not the best camera setup here as Assetto feed comes in, but we'll see it here in just a second. There we go. So this is Meihan 2020, designed by Soyo, who also works with several Assetto Corsa projects, including his own stuff, 90s GSDP, and Tyler Kofod as well. So those two gentlemen collabed on this track. It's a great track. It's a pretty realistic size, as far as I understand it, for Meihan, and it is where we're going to be starting the stream out tonight. Show you the car that we're rocking. So I'm going to be in this beautiful beast. This is a Durminati skin. This is a crew that you can find out at Ebisu, although RIP Ebisu. For the time being, they are not running, of course. I'm not sure where else they run. I love having a mute button because I always sneeze at some point during the stream, usually at the beginning. I don't know why. It's a tradition. Alright, so we're getting ready to shred in this baddest of boys. I'm going to do a few laps as we get set up here, just in the regular mode. I'm not going to be running POV stuff until a couple minutes in here. So we'll get warmed up, and then we'll jump right into it. Also, this car sounds really good. Let's see who we can find here. Lumnexer, thank you. That is very kind of you. There's plenty of people you could be watching, so I appreciate that you take the time to tune in to me. And I guess we'll just roll through and hit the entry real quick. I'm going to do that when there's not anybody around and there's heaps of room. So we're in third gear. We're coming up the straight. We're going to clutch kick right at that section, right where the sign is over the track. I have drifted JZ motors in real life, absolutely. Most recently was a 1JZ VVTi turbo and an S13 coupe. And honestly, it made a lot more torque than I thought it was going to. You know, I'm used to driving, when I drive turbos, which is not that often, mind you, but when I do, it's usually like SRs and stuff where you need to clutch kick pretty aggressively in order to keep the car together. Hey Ryan, what's up, man? Good to see you. Big Rich, good to see you as well. Ooh, a little too much there, caught the rumble strip. So anyway, all that to say, I basically drove it like it was a V8 car, and I didn't have to clutch kick or anything other than one on the initiation. But it It sounded different, of course, but it drove identically to my V8 car, so thought that was interesting. Unpopular opinion, but see somebody there, Sprinks, doing a 360. I slowed down, and that screwed everybody up because I was trying to give him some room. Monkey Man, what is going on? Dream car. Lately, I've really been feeling the NSX. I would love to own an old school NSX. I would hate to work on one, and they're not even that fast. My current car is probably faster, but I just think they're cool. Alright, we got some big four-door action here. See what the guys have. Oh, I just followed him. He sent it a little too hard. How many people have told me that I sound like Seth Rogen? At this point, honestly, probably about 175. I've got a little tally that I keep on the wall. Now, a fair number. Good spot to jump out here. Oh, that's not it. That was a little too soon. Settled NA1 or 2. Pop-up headlights for sure, but I like newer stuff, so if I'm thinking of the chassis codes right, probably NA2. I think I would be happy with either though, honestly. Proto, what is up? Bad time to try to read chat. There's only a few corners on this track where chat is really easy to read. Although I guess I can adjust my chat window to make it a touch easier. I'll have to do that here in a moment. Trying to dodge. Everybody's wiping out as we get started. There we go. That'll work out a little bit better. What is the main difference between a 2JZ and a 1JZ? Oh man, that's a good question. JZ motors are not my specialty, so we're gonna have to see who all in chat is a huge fan that can give me the answer to that question, because I don't have that committed to memory. I would always assume that it's got something to do with displacement. And what's the newest? Hoodie, I'm sending the info in chat now. But yeah, I don't have the strongest JZ knowledge. It could be both, honestly. Let's follow this 8.6. Logan ended up pulling out right in front of everybody else, so that was not ideal. But I rather drift a car I've never driven in game or drift a car I always drive but are only allowed to use a handbrake. Car I've never driven. I don't mind to use handbrake. You'll see me use it. Well, my camera angles may not show it, but I use it from time to time. But I don't mind to drive different cars. Kay asks, is there any way to stop being sent back to the pits, driving backwards on the course, setting up my private server so we can get to the end of the downhill? Jesus, that's a long message. So, yeah, turn off, delete your AI folder or rename it in your Assetto Corsa root tracks folder. 12. Mindmaster says, gears on my G920 gave out and stripped some teeth. Oof. Well, when you get your T300, you will be very happy with it. I promise. Psychoese, what's up? Good to see you. Noct has done the research here. 2 JZs are larger displacement. Some 1Js come with twins. 2 Js are twins, sequentials, right on. And yeah, also I thought that the 2 was a 3-liter. Alright, are we ready to kick it? So different driving this big flowy car, but I've got a very like smooth style of drifting anyway, so big flowy cars actually suit the way that I like to drive pretty well. Oh, that was too hard for sure. We're going to switch over to POV stuff, so hold tight. Alright, there we are. We are back. Just had to get suited up here. Always a good time. Reeves, if you look in the announcements channel, I don't post it every week because it would be really long, but go up a couple of posts and you will find skin packs. Psychoes, I'm sorry to hear that. We will do we'll do some more of those again, don't worry. I actually really enjoyed it. It was very chill. Cruising on the highway, whether it's like actual speed racing or even just kind of like cruising slow-ish, it's quite fun. Oh no, FV mods, my bad, bud. Go for it. Alright, here we go. Following FV mods in and green 180SX. I'm getting spun by the guy behind me. Although it wasn't a very hard hit. It was just a very poor time to hit somebody. A lot of people don't seem to drive that section the way that I do. So we will take a shortcut and catch up to FV so that we can go through and catch him next time here. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully we won't get clipped right here. Better. Noticed a tail through there. A little tighter than I normally like to be. So I did. I think I missed the button I was trying to hit on my stream deck. Cheers, thank you for that. Just happened to catch the wrong button on the deck mid-drift. That's a thing. What do I like to do on AC apart from drifting? Most of the time drifting is the main thing that I spend my time doing, which is also a pretty realistic reflection of my real life. However, I actually have enjoyed cruising on open world maps as well. Most of the time I don't even do like super fast stuff. I just kind of 75-80% speed put in laps. It's a very pleasant way to just hang and have a good time. I also, though, and I'm weird like this, but I secretly enjoy really funky vehicles in Assetto, so I have a collection of like vans and semi-trucks. And I think that at some point I'm going to do like a Shuto cruise in like 18-wheelers or something. Maybe not for everybody, but I want to cruise in one, even if everybody else is in street race cars. I think that'll be pretty rad. Lester, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Just doing a little POV action here at Meihan with the crew from the Discord. Oh, I got hit. Do I know anything about the Ebisu circuit situation? I mean, as much as anybody who can read on the internet, basically. I don't have any, like, insight that hasn't already been posted. I have read some of Kamakubo's posts about it on Facebook in the raw Japanese, because occasionally the auto-translate is kind of sketch. But for the time being, I believe that they are taking a hiatus and taking stock of things, of course. Pretty solid door-to-door action going on here. I feel like this car's nose is really short. Oh, of course you have to say something and mess yourself up. Whew. Intense. Would a Z31 be a good first car? It'd be a fine first car. I don't know that it would be like an amazing drift car, but... What is up, Alex? Good to see you, buddy. Jordy, I started drifting and only doing drifting. Then I started to enjoy racing, so focused on only drifting. Cruising on SRP and LAC is fun, for sure, 100%. Yeah, I mean, on the semi-bright side, like, this has happened before. You know, the big earthquake, tsunami, and damage to Fukushima's reactors. That also caused damage, and they reopened after that. It may take a while. Psychois is in Chile. There was an earthquake in Japan, you have one here. Oof. Yeah, I've been in my fair share of earthquakes. Kool-Aid Man with the question that pretty much everybody wants to know. Has Assetto improved my drifting skills IRL? I will say that I was already pretty good IRL. Like, I was already tandeming and I had been drifting for like 15 years, so maybe more. So I was pretty solid IRL before I ever tried Assetto. That said, I do think Assetto has improved my skills even more. Hey Reese, so I don't have it memorized. I would recommend just installing both. Interesting theory, Tyler. From what I had seen, Kamakabos declined crowdfunding that other people arranged for him. Maybe that was due to a government thing, but I don't know if that was the case or not. I just thought he didn't want to. Doug asks, have you ever gone to Grid Life, or would you ever go? I would love to go. I'd actually like to drive Grid Life drift sessions in my real car, although I don't think it's powerful enough to do some of the tracks all that well. However, actually getting out to Grid Life is another story. Rocket, what is up? Good to see you. Dorito Daddy, people seem to ask me this every 13 minutes. My present fixation, if I could have any car, I would really enjoy having one of the early Acura NSXs. They're not that great, they're not that fast, but I just dig them. They're a car that was like around when I was getting into cars as a younger person, and so I would kind of love one for the nostalgia factor. I've let off too much speed, sorry for whoever was chasing. I'll wait for him to get out of the way. We're not particularly close, so we're going to do my entry here. Up to third gear, clutch kick in, clutch kick again, downshift, little backy. And I'm getting beat up by people in chase who are hitting me. Setup is so good, camera angle is perfect. Awesome, thank you, thank you. Yeah, sometimes when you're waiting for cars, it can take 20 to 30 minutes. The servers, because I do this at the same time every week and have for like 2 years, there's a pretty good number of people who want to come out and be involved. That entry was just too slow for me to slow down for. Yikes. Rocket, what's up? 7 as well, how are you? Good to see you. So, I mean, I run them. I think that should tell you something about whether I think they're good. It's kind of a mess with this many cars on a small track. Just got my racing sim set up. Love trying to learn the drifting. Yeah, man. It's fun. A lot of people who don't quite carry enough momentum down that straightaway, finding themselves in possibly a difficult spot. Because when you get to the end, if you don't carry enough speed, you'll find that the car just is stuck on the inside, or you even drive through the grass. So let's try and carry enough speed here and show how it's done. I'm going to shift up to third, way back here in the transition, build up speed, clutch kick at those little lines, clutch kick again here, a little bit of foot brake, a little bit of downshift, and we just barely caught the tail of the car on the tire wall, which in real life would have gone fine, honestly. We would have had a slight loss of speed and possibly a bumper, depending on how well it was attached, but otherwise it would have worked alright. Go do this entry again. Chat, see if you can help out Fred. Fred, really, you should ask in the Discord. YouTube chat is not the best place. I'll drop the information in that you need. go. Join the Discord, ask for help there. That will be the best option for you. Yep, cheers. If you're having an AI spline issue, you most likely need to reinstall the tracks or verify game files. But that's not something I can diagnose just like randomly through text midstream. Sorry, I can't be more help. Oh, you're fine, bud. You are all good. We're trying to grow the Assetto community here. Both like followers and fans of my channel as well as just overall, so that there's better tandems for everybody, both in sim, really, and in real life too. So I don't mind to give a little bit of tech support. We've got a pretty steady stream of drivers coming out through here. I'm gonna hop in line behind FB Mods, Rootkit, and Mega. Spot number 4. But like any good Matsuri, there are people behind me as well, so we'll see if I can get a lap in here before I get taken out. Okay, and that Z driver with a random pass. I'll just lead the train. Fine with that. Senor Potato, how are you? Welcome, welcome. We're having a good time. Just enjoying a little bit of Meihan tandems. We're here in a JZX 100, chasing mint chocolate chip down the straightaway here in his 180SX. Just trying to match what he's doing there, so sometimes my chase runs are only as clean as the lead runs. But this is a difficult track. That entry is challenging to commit to fully. Just doing an e-brake entry and partway down is not so bad. But like the big feint entries and stuff are tough. Don't get how you can drift while talking to viewers. I mean, I guess it's like anything where, in order to be able to do this, you have to have practiced to the point that the operations on the wheel, the e-brake, the shifter, etc. become automatic. I mean, it still takes attention and skill and stuff, but for the most part, I'm able to like passively monitor the situation of the car and the drift, and use my conscious attention, like, I don't know, 20% of it, 30% of it, to carry on a conversation. It's a learned skill, too. Like, my first streams, if you go back, I don't think I did that so well. I was either driving or I was stopped and talking. Psychweez, you out of here? Alright, bud. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, peace. Your memer boy that texted me in the Discord. Yeah. Cheers. And thanks for helping me connect the dots there, because it's always really impossible to figure out, unless you have the exact same name across all platforms, who is who. So usually, I just treat everybody, if I am not 100% sure, as though they have just hit me up for the first time. So if I'm ever like, hey, nice to meet you, and I've already met you on some other platform, or it's been like a month, give me a break. I've got a lot of people that hit me up. But yeah, man, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Following this rad 8.6. Staying fairly close here too. Pretty good follow for the moment. A little bit late on that transition for me. Oh, and that's a spin. Okay, don't abuse your e-brake and use the clutch. Here in Spain, the more common way of drifting is initiating every slide with the e-brake. I think that that's the same in the States where I'm broadcasting from as well. Folks do get to a point where they can avoid that, but the way that I learned to drift was in a slow car. And as a result of that slow car, using a deceleration entry technique was not something I could afford to do very much. Because if your car barely has enough power to drift in second gear and it doesn't exactly like even pick up speed, it just kind of like holds steady and almost bogs, there's just not time to slow the car down. And if it's anything other than like a decreasing radius turn, you're kind of stuck. Oop, we caught the wall, we're dead. Oh, pardon me. Are you getting a bit of understeer? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit. I'm just running the stock tune. Bonk. It depends on the turn. Like all of this section, it's fine. Just roll through and do our thing. But most of my seat time is in S chassis, both in sim and real life. Smaller, lighter, shorter wheelbase cars that are a little bit more nimble. And so as a result, I think I don't commit as much as I need to for this wider or like longer car. Well, that would have been a great entry. I just need to get some clean track and do some lead runs. Raphael, would my Ford Explorer roll over by drifting due to its center of gravity on a downhill? It's possible, of course, but I doubt it. What will roll your Ford Explorer is if you are sliding sideways and you hit the grass at the edge of a road, or the dirt at the edge of a road, or of course a curb. That will 100% roll you. But that'll roll like regular drift cars too, depending, well, it can. If it's like much of a high step, it can roll you. You don't want to go off sideways if you can avoid it. Dodge him. Oh, a little too sideways. Too many people on the server, for sure. It's a difficult thing to balance because I could run less slots, but then less people will get in and everybody will complain. So for these public bashes, I just kind of send it. I'm thinking about adding some more exclusive bashes in the future where we can curate the slots a little bit more. SG Motion, what is up? We are chilling on Meihan 2020. Force feedback. Yeah, I can toss you my settings. Coming up in chat here in a second. There you go. Food time BRB in 15. Right on, man. I always get hungry during the streams too. I try to eat beforehand. had to bail as always due to folks. I mean, it was a good teleport to pit, but it was a little late. Yeah, I do organize the server slots depending on the track. It just depends on who you get. Like, there are absolutely enough cars and drivers in the community to run this many and have a great time. But I take it a little bit freely, honestly, because I'm running this essentially as a public lobby. You do have to be a member of the Discord, but we get a good number of members every live stream. Oh, I think I killed him, probably with a crazy ping difference. JK, watch the 5 recommended fixes. Right on, I hope that helped you out. There's somebody who doesn't know how to slow the car down in tandem, so all they can choose to do is to hit or pass the car in front of them. Oh man, like that. That is a classic problem when you're learning how to drift. It's figuring out what to do. It's ironic, like people go around asking like, hey, how do I keep up? I can't keep up in tandem. And eventually they figure out ways to keep up, or they just get better at drifting and they're able to keep up. And then they realize all of a sudden, how do I slow down? How do I drift really slowly so that I don't hit the guy in front of me? Yep, exactly. Then you don't know how to slow down. I mean, it was the same for me. It wasn't always how can I keep up, but I was like, how can I get comfortable being closer and closer? And then eventually I'm like, alright, I'm as comfortable as I can get. Like, I'm on people now. So I was at a point where I basically fully bailed from the drift. Like, I just hit the foot brake, gripped the car up, and then reinitiated later. Or, you know, I had to start... Oop, I thought that was too wide. Or I had to start figuring out how to get that left foot brake or e-brake out, slow the car down. Trainer with no handbrake, yeah, absolutely. Tide shift, these are 4 different car packs. We've got World Drift Tour Street Pack. We have got Death Wish Garage Pack. We've got the NNNK Pack and Jaeger 8.6s, which those last 2 are made by the same guy, so they're kind of the same thing. Now, while I can enter without an e-brake, I don't think I can necessarily enter in a tandem without an e-brake. Oh, that didn't work. I think I was in the wrong gear. It's impossible to get clean track, so I will make like one more attempt, and if it works, great. If it doesn't due to traffic or other things, then alright. Speaking of traffic. Oh yeah. Here looks like an opportunity. If people wait. Okay. Well, that 8.6 is going. Be ahead of him in order for this to work. Let's see if this will go. Nope, it did not. This car is a lot different than the S13 that I usually drive. It does not transfer weight as easily. I think the Red Suns are nearby. Absolutely. And when there are Red Suns, there might be Night Kids. Dude, get out of my way. Stop doing that. It's too wide again. Alright, well, that's boring. We're going to quit doing that. It would be much easier to do that solo, but then I would just have to end the stream because I would never get back on my server. SG motion. Right, so you need to follow the instructions that are in the video description in order to do that. And or I will post them up in chat for you. There you go. Two-hole open slots when you got here. That is actually pretty rare. Trevor, thank you for shouting out the Discord. This car does just have a rough time. What do I look like with a camera on my forehead? I look goofy, man. I don't think anybody looks good with a GoPro, like, streaming setup stuck to their head. Team Atlas, sashiburi desu. Kochira koso. Everybody don't forget to hit that like button as well. And for those who don't know, I speak some Japanese. Ooh, that backy though, spicy. See if we can get anything that good again. Ooh, we actually got a wall tap there. That was so pristine that it just bumped and stopped the car. 360 entry on this map. That will be hard with the number of drivers that we have. And it's not that fast. I haven't tried 360 entries in this car. Give it a shot, but it'll probably be rough. First try, baby. Hey. That was alright, wasn't it? I thought that was pretty good. Raphael says, finally mastered a perfect guardrail drift on Aki in his first corner. Ooh, with keyboard. Wow, that's impressive. That was like the slowest 360 I've ever done. Like, usually my 360s are super snappy. Sprinks just rocked one. You could do one right here too. You could build up speed. Possibly. You might get some crazy airtime too though. Follow an 8.6 in. Oh. I don't know what that was all about. 360 jump entry now? Yeah, I don't even know if you can do one right here. I don't count that because I basically stopped. It's also not very clean. What's up, FBRX7? Just a touch too wide. I mean, it's all good. We're here to tandem on these Matsuri nights, so that's alright. There, 360 trip. Those guys are nuts. Being able to do all that stuff on the highway is... Like, could I do it? Sure. Would I? Probably not. That's just a little bit mental. How long have I been playing AC? 2 years? 2.5 years? But I've been drifting in real life for like 17. Ooh, what's up, Mega? Let's do some big car action. Four doors, four shores. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna go find Mega again, see if he'll let me chase him. 19 years? Well, 2 of those years happened at the same time, like concurrently. I was drifting in real life and in Assetto. So 17 total. 17 of them in real life, and 2 of those 17 in real life and Assetto. If that makes sense. Alright, we're gonna get caught up here. Dive in and get into position. Oh, dove in too hard. My fault. A mess. Didn't carry anywhere near enough speed. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Just a little bit of lazy sim driving. I think I can sneak out right here. Getting pounded from a couple of different people diving in. That's alright. Too wide. Going to take just 1 second, get a break from the POV stuff. There we go. We're all back. So yeah, good times. Good times at Meihan. Got that SR20 and the H20. It's Friday again. Cylinder, what's up? How are you? Let's just see. See what the crew is up to here. that's quite a train. Try to watch some entries take place here. Should we use the soundboard? Hit him with the soundboard. Gabe, what's up? Wrong scene? We will in a second. I don't mind to get it ready. I'm just getting ready. Just getting ready. Chill, chill, chill. Whoop. There we go. It's probably cooler actually to go down to the end. I run all the music from my stream off of my hard drive. There we go. That's a pretty cool view. Down here amongst the tires, as it were. Whew, very nice. See everybody rolling by. I'm curious how that looks on OBS. I'm going to check it real quick. That's fair enough. Have I drifted Akina? Insane. Akina Mount Hadano, yes. Same thing. Everybody knows that. Oof. There's one. Here comes mint chocolate chip. Nicely done. Root kit. Very nice. Ooh, the FB. Very nice. Comes an 8.6.
Fatality.
And there goes the RX-7. Alright, that was too much fun. Pizzas, indeed. Some nice tandems through. Well done, guys. Very good. Reverse 360. Yeah, that RX-7 looked like it was at a bazillion thing. That was creative. That was interesting looking. Oh. Very nice. Have I ever done Time Attack? Yeah, I have. I actually did a grip series that was all about that. That was Fist of the North Star, Aaron. Yes. I think I've used that most of the options. Spring's a little tight on the inside there. Let's look over a little bit farther. This fits very nice. That's exactly what you want to do. Well done. Oh yeah, that was a great one. Right on the tire wall. Oh. And then of course you get to see the classic. And I mean everybody makes this mistake where they hit the wall and then they go just totally sent into the tires. Another decent one by Misfits there. Well done. Rotary or inline? I mean, I've always wanted to do a rotary drift car, and I've driven inline 6s. Honestly, the RB20 is like super fun. Alright, yeah, that guy's got heaps of ping issues. Good times. Very good times. Alright, we'll get back to it here. Fox saw in a recent vid, Nakamura crashed his missile car right here in Meihan and got stuck in the tire wall. Yeah, I heard about that. I think we were talking about that in the Discord, actually. Good times there. I feel like my car sounds quiet after all that. Is it okay to drift with a controller in Assetto? I mean, nobody can tell you it's not okay. But I will say that Assetto Corsa is designed for wheel and pedal kits. And so 99% of the time, the inputs that a controller gives are so abrupt compared to like what a wheel does that it doesn't work particularly well. What up, Rootkit? Alright, so we got Robot in the lead, followed by Turbo, followed by Rootkit. I'm car number 4. There's I think Mega behind me. So we've got a merry band here. And that is what we call the Meihan sandwich. Everybody got a little bit squashed there, so not quite ideal, but you know how it is. Hatchboy says, I have a G920 and I can get it to slide like you guys. Sesh looks smooth. Nice. I think G920s work best with Tandem Buddy or Tandem Buddy physics copy cars. However, there are plenty of people that make it work with all manner of cars, so more power to you, dude. Just had to do it. Just had to throw the sample in there. Bring me fire. Oh man, I don't have enough buttons on the deck for all the Eurobeat. Yeah, I thought I was too wide. Biker, what's up? Get to Barley, good to see you. Welcome back. I'm gonna roll over to POV again, everybody's favorite, so hold tight for just 1 second. Well, James, it sounds like you know how to download the Tando Buddies car pack if you extracted the file. As far as getting it to show up, you must have put it in the wrong spot. That's pretty much the only reason that that occurs. You may or may not have seen my tutorial on the subject. If not, check it out on my channel. I have a video on it. Alright, POV time! Let's go! Alex says this doesn't look like Assetto Corsa to me. No, it's just the new latest version of CSP, the Patreon version, on a 3090 RTX. That's all. Ultra realistic PP filters. Misfits has been shredding on this track from a couple things that I saw when I was spectating, so I want to follow him for a second. and enjoy watching this technique from the best seat in the house, or the second best seat in the house, because really the best seat is always the driver's seat. Second best is the chase position. I think I got the tiniest bumper tap there, which slowed my transition down for a minute. Just going to hang it on the inside here. That's all the power and grip that that car has, and that going that slow in second gear. Neutral bomb. Oh, Stream Curse got him. Alex, yeah, I do this stuff IRL all the time. Here, I'll toss up the clips. We'll see. So check it out. Let me get past this. When I used to live in Japan at Yamanashi footage here. I used to live about 15 minutes away from Sports Lane Yamanashi back in the day. I'll give it a second. Yeah, so this is my car. I have a 91 S13. If you watch my hands on the wheel, they'll look pretty similar to my hands in Sim. Part Shop Max angle kit, Nismo power brace, stance coils, B-Wave wing, 75mm Origin Type 3 fenders, Nardi personal wheel, pretty much stock, full interior. I like to keep it street style. How long did it take to get this good? I mean, it took a while. Probably, we'll go back. Oop. Hide the stuff. Actually, I just got, I got a new clutch for the car right there too, a nice 6-puck. Got the engine out right now. But how long did it take to get that good? I mean, a good while. Like, knowing everything I do now, if I had to start over, I could get this good in, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years probably. But it took me longer than that because I was poor. And so I didn't get to drive very much for a long time. Like, when somebody tells you they've been drifting for 15 years, unless they're like 60, they probably didn't drive a whole lot for the first 5 of those years. Maybe the first 10 of those years, depending. So, it's kind of important to qualify. But you can get pretty solid in about 4 years. It's about like learning a language. Slippery for some reason. Can't make a stock 8.6 drift. Any tips? I mean, stock 8.6s are awful to try to drift. At least use the drift version. If you're talking about Assetto, and stock 8.6s in real life are even more awful to try to make drifts than the Assetto versions. Cool cars, and really fun to grip in, but they're so gutless. Yeah, Sims do translate well to IRL, no doubt. Not all mods are created equal, not all sim wheels are created equal, so like, there are some caveats to be aware of, But, in general, the muscle memory and stuff does translate really well. little too hard. Do I plan on getting a direct drive in the future? Only if a company literally gives me one. Otherwise, no, I don't see any point in spending that much money. Like, I know that they're a little bit better than belt drive wheels, but what I always chase is good enough. I don't chase mathematical perfection on paper. I chase, this feels like my real life car, to the point that like other things are the missing link that's more bothersome. And I honestly feel like my belt drive wheel is good enough. Taylor Ray, who's a drifter that I have a lot of respect for and appreciate the way that he articulates things, he went to a direct drive setup, and he does say that it's worth it. So like, I believe that it's better. I just don't believe that I want to spend any more money on my sim rig. I've got a pretty acceptable rig as it is. Boys, learning the sim stuff, new to it, but decided to stop street drifting before it got out of hand. Right on, man. Yeah, street drifting will, it'll make you go gray early, for one thing. It's stressful. And also, it's very easy to damage your car. I feel like it's hard to learn if you're trying to go out to a spot, do like 2 to 5 runs, and then listen for police and run away. Like, that sucks so bad compared to just like going to a great place to practice with heaps of runoff in broad daylight and just shredding for 8 straight hours. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Heard Ryan isn't driving for Coryu Works anymore. Yeah, I believe I heard that as well. That is something that I'm waiting to see shake out, as far as like just how the pandemic is affecting driver sponsorships and the companies that invest in supporting drivers. He's gonna try to hang with Sprinks there, but he went super wide. That went pretty well. Fairly happy with that. Fanatec is too overpriced. I mean, probably. I bought mine used to avoid that. I think that like drifting in real life is pretty expensive too, though. So when you anchor the cost of even like spending $2,000 on a Fanatec full rig, that's like 4 or 5 events of real life driving. That's less than a year. So if you drive in real life, I feel like it's not so difficult to justify the cost. With the amount of driving that I do in the simulator every Friday, like I drive for 3 hours straight. That would be like if somebody just handed me $1,000 in terms of if I went and drifted this long in real life. I mean, probably more, honestly. So think about how much seat time per dollar. And of course, you have to say, like, yeah, it's not exactly real life, and it's got some pros and cons. So you have to determine, like, how that shakes out for you and for your value systems. But it's hard to say it's not a good deal. Chat, hopefully you can help James. Otherwise, James, post up in the Discord for that in the help channel. somebody who is able to walk you through it a little bit more directly, I'm sure will turn up. Do you think right-hand drive cars should be legal in countries with left-hand drive? I mean, the entire point, like the way the lanes are designed and stuff, is to make it to where it's easiest for drivers to gauge how close the driver's side of the car is to things. And so that's why, like, if you sit on the right, you drive on the left, and if you sit on the left, you drive on the right. So overall, like for daily drivers in mass-produced modern cars that you can buy new, no, absolutely not. There would be way more people getting in sheer collisions where cars hit like this instead of hit full on, and that would do like heaps of damage. You'd have people losing their legs and stuff. I think it would be a bad time. But in general, for like imports that are past the 25-year rule, at least that we have in my country, yeah, I think it should be fine. What's the Discord name? Okay, read the video description, but I'll drop it in the chat as well. It's going to have the join instructions there, but it does have the Discord link. Inside the Discord, there's an Assetto Corsa section with a help category. Yeah, I know. Man, I kind of wish we had the Canada rule. Wish there wasn't a rule. Yeah, maybe. Is the VR option for Assetto Corsa worth using? Yes, absolutely. In general, I would say if you don't get crippling motion sickness from Assetto VR or from VR in general, then VR is superior from a pure driver experience. Lazy man entry. Yeah, man, get VR if you don't get VR sickness. And most people seem to be able to get past VR sickness after, I don't know, a couple of months. I was not. I borrowed a kit for about 2 months. And I could only drive about 120 seconds, and then for the next literally 60 minutes I didn't want to drive in real life. Like, it was not enjoyable. So triples was the way I decided to go for now, and as you can see, it's a pretty solid experience. Like, I don't need to look at my feet or look at the passenger seat or anything stupid while I'm tandeming. Like, from an immersion standpoint, that's cool, but I have everything that I need, everything that I should be focused on, and it's plenty big. It's in 2K graphics. 3x32 monitors on a curve is it's pretty nice. Oh, that was too close. You're dead. Perky, what's up? I'll drop the join link, which is in the video description as well, into the chat for you. Hold tight. And yeah, track change is coming up in just a few minutes as well, where we'll be switching platforms over to twitch.tv/KameTrick. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Turn around again. Family is skeptical about you learning to drive from AC. Without a wheel? I mean, if you don't have a wheel, I would be skeptical about that too. Like, I think I played a whole lot of Gran Turismo before I ever drove a car in real life, and it did not make me magically able to, like, have the, what would you call it, the muscle memory sufficient to just go past my driver's test the first time I ever sat in a car. If you're using a wheel and pedal kit though, then yeah, it works pretty good. Alright, let's lose that headset real quick. Random note to self, I'm going to have to remap my alerts because I haven't gotten a single subscriber alert the entire time I've been doing this, and that's probably not accurate. But here we are, riding along with me in my car in Albuquerque, in some tandem with some ex-FD guys and other folks at Matsuri events. Jordy, I think for drifting specifically, a triple setup is superior. Acid server is laggy in VR. That is most likely an issue with your computer. We have plenty of people who are in VR that are my regulars, and they would complain to me if that was the case. So it very well could be just the sheer number of mods in cars driving might be difficult. I'm not sure. But I have other guys who are rocking VR setups that are not complaining about that. Track change is coming up in about 40 seconds. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Head on over to KameTrick, twitch.tv/KameTrick, and I'm going to take, as I always do, about a 10-minute intermission, so get your snack, get some water. If you're a driver, stretch your legs for a little bit, and I'll be posting the password up in the Discord in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, we will see you soon, and I hope to see you over there on Twitch. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, for being a part of the community, and for joining the Discord server. And I will see you next week, and or in about 5 minutes. Peace.